You might be new here, or maybe you just forgot. Sometimes I even do because I just get so excited. But we're always so far ahead of everybody else. I'm always going to keep it that way. That means I give you a little bit of breathing room. You know, stuff hasn't already 75% up, and then I'm talking about it. With that being said, I got to give you the arrows for your quiver, right? You're the one that still got to shoot them, though. Okay? So just watch. I give you the plays before the entry, right? But I think I'm timing them just right. That's why I jump into things when I do. Yesterday was a lot of fun. You needed to know it. It's still coming, dude. But guess what? I got some secret sauce here. You might be thinking I'm crazy. Just give me a second. A lot of this commentary is coming from one of our Discord members. He's absolutely fantastic, one of the best Elliott Wave guys out there. Super smart. He said, due to the recent discovery, there's a really good chance that the market is not going to drop for a while. Isn't that refreshing? I thought it was. Money rotates. Did you know that? I talk about that a lot. Money just doesn't disappear like most people talk about, how it's gone, right? People are like, there's just all that money from February that everyone lost all that money. It's just gone. There's no way that we can ever have that growth that big again. Really? No, money's just exchanged. Somebody else got rotated those money bags, right? Unless you just sell, rather than getting drained out of the system, right? It doesn't just disappear. Right now, the Nike 25, the Japanese index, Nike, I don't know, is about to start a massive reversal, is what he's thinking, to the upside. It definitely looks that way, which would prevent our market from falling for at least a few months. There's rotation to different sectors. We talk about that too. Like yesterday, I was talking about how the meme stocks happen before the U.S. futures like to dump. It's just one of those things that's happening now, right? We get growth, we get value, rotate back. February high was straight growth, dude, and it was crazy. Rotation. Our market may move sideways rather than down in a flat corrective phase. Oh, which would be the worst kind of environment for trading options. I agree. Similar to what the Japanese index has been doing for the past 25 weeks, dude. 56 weeks in a year, half a year, bro. That's terrible. Here's a chart we're looking at. Look at this. You see what he's saying? What's worse than a stock market going straight down? Something that's just like slowly going kind of down. Oh, that's what I talked about, man. I'd rather just get like the big U.S. future dump just now or yesterday or last year. That way it's just over with, right? This stuff right here is terrible. But guess what? We have a solution. We have a solution, but here's what you got to be aware of. He's saying if we do move sideways, he's talking about U.S. futures, think SPY and QQQ or whatever, selling iron condors. If you don't know what that is, it's an option play. Look it up. On the SPY, 3 times wheat could yield extremely high probability trades with numerous returns. He'll update us a little bit later on that. So what he's saying is, even if you get this lame sauce looking downward chop, you can still actually make a bunch of money, but it's just lame. It's lame, man. It's super lame. This is what money rotation looks like. Japanese money came into our markets, talking about the U.S. markets, and our money is about to go into their markets. We enter into a longer term flat, and their market goes up. So what he's saying is our market is going to start looking like this, where our market right now looks like that. 35-degree up, now it's going to be 35-degree down. Terrible. Most people are just going to lose it, dude, and get so frustrated. Well, guess what? We're going to be printing money. How? We'll get to it in a second. He said, and their market goes up. Money rotation prevents the global markets, though, is what he's saying. This is smart. This is macro thinking here. He thinks that money rotation is going to prevent the global markets from falling at once. Right? So maybe he's right. Maybe as long as we're ahead of the curve here and rotating before the rotation happens to the boring 30-degree down, we're going to still be printing. Market maker plans these things out accordingly and in advance. I totally believe that too, to make sure it never happens. So what he's saying is the big drops are almost too easy. They got to do them sometimes, but this is how they really ruin people, is these little sideways chops. You know, people are always YOLOing, you know, on earnings or something and thinking stuff's going to skyrocket. It just never does. It just stays low, goes down a little. Right. Here's my chart on this Japanese ETF he's talking about. Where am I putting this? I'm calculating 12.28% down from all-time highs. Now again, this is like a half a year right here. So this is zoomed out. This is a weekly chart. Right away, you know, I was looking at this. I was like, yeah, okay, I can see that, right? You know, just buy like some leap calls and just let them go. But honestly, that 12% in a half a year to me seems super low. Yes, your levers would when you're with the options, but still didn't look too fun. So I kept looking. First of all, here's the E-mini. Here's the SPY, let's call it. Okay. The SPY, this thing is down to 3,932 if it goes down the same amount as this Japanese one. Where would that put the SPY? Let's say if this rotation happened tomorrow. I think it could very well happen maybe next week, maybe Friday or next week. If it happened, let's say tomorrow, or the price kind of stayed here, that would put our SPY, guess what? Just below the retail optical number of 4,000, or SPY would be 400. So it'd put us about 493, 492. That would make total perfect sense if you ask me. Everything lines up. Now, if you wanted to play the move, he said you could get some December, January calls on, he's got a ticker for us, EWJ. What is EWJ? It's an ETF, a Japan-focused ETF. All right, we can do that. But look at this. This thing is only down 6.15% from all-time highs like half a year ago. Again, it's hard for me to get excited about, right? 6.15% down. It's low and slutty though. I mean, this is Japan. You know, they're not aggressive. They're always on defense, I think, right? I don't know. You could still play it though. I mean, if we get big money rotating into even this, these could actually get parabolic. Remember, I'm just measuring off of the all-time highs, which they could easily break. So this 6.15 could go to 50% up, or the other one can go to 50%. I don't know. I just like being conservative in my numbers. What are some of the holdings in this Japan-focused ETF? Companies you might have heard of, like Toyota, Sony, SoftBank Group, Mitsubishi, Tokyo Electronic, Dakin Industry, Hoya. I haven't heard a lot of these, man. Shinetsu Chemical. Oh, here we go. Nintendo, Hitachi, you know, Honda. You might know some of these, but Japan-focused. So this is a cool ETF, low and slow though. The turtle. Does the turtle win the race? Maybe the bird watching the turtle. Man, the rabbit? I don't know. Me wanting more volatility, more multiplication happening, I was like, Japan, man. Japan's low and slow and calm. China's aggressive. They like volatility over there. MCHI. This is the one I found. So this is a China ETF. It's more risky. It's more volatile. You could lose more, but you can also gain more. This thing is actually 46.74% off of all-time highs. Holy Toledo. So if you were to, let's say we caught near the bottom here. By the way, if you get calls, I suggest getting them in the money. All right? Wait till we get a red day in the market and then get in the calls. Don't be just YOLO and be like, I think it's going to 80, I'm just going to buy the $80 calls. Don't do it. Be safe, y'all. Or just buy the normal shares, dude. If this can get to where it was just, 5 months ago or whatever, that's 47% up on their money. That's huge. Most people don't do that in 5 years. What if you did that in less than a year? That alone is rad. Take that. Just manage your own risk. Anyways, a lot more money to be made here. See these double big candles here like that. See all the EMA that we have here, the moving average stuff. We're below. We got below even the 200-day moving average. And guess what? Boom, boom. Some consolidation here. Huh? What are you thinking? I don't know. It could still go down to we got a VWAP here, like a lot of buys and stuff going on, some volume on the 60. Yeah, I could go down to there. Just keep that in mind. But long term, do you think some of the companies that are in here, do you really think all these are going to go bankrupt? Do you really think China's just going to really implode their whole economy? I don't think so, dude. I think they're just probably playing the fiddle. How are they doing it? They probably took their money. In fact, I know they do. Right? China can take their money out of their stock market. What do? They put it in American futures like SPY and QQQ and the NASDAQ. And then when it's super high, like, I don't know, right now, maybe tomorrow or next week, they yank it out, and what do? They put it back into their own stuff. See, they can manipulate the American markets just like they can manipulate their own markets. Some of the companies in ticker MCHI are Tencent. You heard of those? Now, these are a lot of the ones that, Kathy Wood has been selling for losses. Whoever is Kathy, I don't believe Kathy Wood's trader is real. I don't even believe they're honestly trying. I think that Kathy Wood and ARK are honestly just, they're part of the puppeteer thing. Like, people call them and tell them what to do, and they're just getting paid off under the table or something. The buys they've made this year have been the most ridiculous thing in the world. Okay. Anyways, Tencent Holdings, Alibaba. Alibaba's not going anywhere. Tencent, don't think so either. I'm not going to act like I know what any of these other ones are. Neo, okay, I know what that one is. Xami Corp, Wuxi Biologic, so biology stuff. Fantastic. Baidu, don't know these. Lightning, BYD, I know that. That's like big industrial farming stuff, electronic vehicle stuff, semi-trucks, sports. So you got a China focus ETF, but look at this price action, man. 47% off. So you could do something like that. This is the middle safest, or you can go getting crazier here. You can invest in like the top 2 holdings that are in this, Tencent and Alibaba. Let's start with Alibaba, Baba, ticker Baba, BABA. Bank of America, 103.12% off today. Unbelievable chart here. Again, look what happened. Just under the 200-day moving average. Amazing how that happens, huh? 103% off though. Imagine writing some calls. Even if you manned up and bought them for like 120 in the money, right? And this thing got halfway up there, you're printing. How about Tencent? You can just buy Tencent. Or you could buy 50% Tencent, 50% Baba. These are more risky. Most risky, highest reward, because look at Tencent. 307.79% off. Full-time highs, dude. Absolutely bonkers here. I don't have a moving, I did have a moving average. We're only seeing up to the 100-day, but it looks real cheap on paper. And again, you see these 2 big bars here, the red and the green. Still, don't those look familiar to all the ones that are up there? That is signifying a sector rotation. Pulling out of American stocks, putting into these stocks. Buying the dip. It's that easy, dude. Just zoom out, people. Oh, wait, you're scared still? Oh, because of the FUD? The FUD? The news is still talking bad about China and investing and how it's so dangerous. China's Economic Information Daily published on an article yesterday described the online video games as a spiritual opium. Specifically cited a game called Honor of Kings, produced by Chinese. The Chinese, man. Company called Tencent. How about this one? As a result, shares of Tencent and fellow Chinese video gaming giant NetEase, NTEES, there's probably another one, tumbled at least 10% Tuesday morning amid the report, which ended up being deleted from the Economic Information Daily's website by noon. Oh, so like secretive bad reports and stuff all about China. Yes, there's drama everywhere, man. Every country, every continent has got it. How about stuff like this coming off from Roosters? Roosters came out right here. China antitrust regulator are going to be blocking video gaming merging. Do you think China is dumb? Do you think they don't know that they sound absolutely nuts? Blocking video games because of their spiritual opium? Come on, man. You don't think they were? You don't think China was shorting all this stuff? Do you really think that? Zoom out, people. I wouldn't be able to make this video if it wasn't for the guy who started the conversation up above. If you want to join him, he does some charts. You can actually go to his TradingView. If you're on a TradingView platform we use for charting, here's his link. Eloquent. It's great, super smart. Follow him. If you haven't liked, commented, or subscribed on the video, please do it. Any questions or any other plays that you think would rip in this next environment, this rotation, that we can still get in cheap right now? What are they? When are you going to buy into these? You think Friday? Maybe a month? Gonna wait till they go up another 20% and then buy? Let me know. What's your risk reward? I want some more plays, man. There's never enough plays. Join our Patreon if you want to get into discussions daily. It's going to be an early release. We will see y'all out there tomorrow.